I'm in my second year of university doing high-performance computational physics. Well, what's different about this? Well, not really that much. I'm still getting swamped with assignments, tests, quizzes, exams, the usual. After 13 years, in year 12, you get to do this subject like no other, the research project. This is where you get to utilize everything that you've learned, all the skills that you've developed in your schooling life. But the best part about the research project is that it's open field. This is where you call the shots, right? This is where you get to do something that you love, something that you're passionate about. Now, ever since I was a kid, I was always interested in the universe. So it's because of this that I chose a topic, how do the laws of physics get broken by black holes, right? And how we can solve them. That was my main question. But this question sort of exploded in my face, right? Because at first I was like, okay, black holes. It's mostly about astronomy, mostly about space. But it turns out that to understand black holes, you need every single field of physics, especially two of the main branches of physics. One is called quantum mechanics, and the other is called general relativity. Now, quantum mechanics is the study of the very small things, like atoms, and it's responsible for all the electronics that you see right now. General relativity, on the other hand, is about gravity and all the big things in the universe. It deals with satellites and all that. Now, these two things, they don't play nice, right? You can't join them together. One is about randomness, and one is about perfect predictions. But black holes are what can provide physicists with the motivation necessary to unite these two things together and to create a sort of theory of everything, is what they call it. It's more like theory of everything so far, but it doesn't sound as cool, right? Now, obviously, I've learned a lot of theory while doing this research project, but I've also gotten a lot of contacts at the University of Adelaide, a lot of contacts at CSIRO, and what the research project has done is it's allowed me to sort of develop my social skills, because I am, in reality, quite shy, you see. And the research project, what it does is it forces people to go out there and actively search for information, right? And although at the time, I hated it, but now that I think about it, it was actually quite helpful. And of course, the theory that I learned in the research project was very, very helpful when I was doing my year 12 subjects, especially, obviously the science subjects, physics, chemistry, biology. Now, the main area where the research project helped was in issues investigations. The issues investigation is probably the most sophisticated piece of writing that you do in those science subjects. And because of all the things that I learned during the research project, like academic writing, making things succinct, all of the referencing systems, I absolutely killed those issue investigations, right? I would show them to you. They're actually really good. Someone truly understands something is when they can explain it to someone else. So what you should do is you should talk to your parents about it, explain to them what you're doing. And if they actually understand it, then you understand it. And if your parents share with you their experiences, what they think about it, then you could get a sort of inspiration, some sort of amazing idea that you could never have thought of, right? And that's completely possible. Now, in the long run, all of the skills that you develop in your research project are fundamental, right, to any academic workplace, right? Whether if you're a physicist or a historian, it will always come back. As Luke said, they are life skills. And it's because of this that the research project is like the symbol of year 12. Right? And it should always be the sort of symbol of year 12. It's not just a subject about learning knowledge. It's a subject about getting the skills, something that will always be there with you.